Okay, so it seems like we have a little bit of an update on this furry VTuber whole fiasco thing that's been going on. Now, this has been pretty terrible. I mean, some of the stuff that we have seen on here has been extremely disgusting, and many people have been calling it out over online. And a lot of this has been due to Twitch platforming this and actually boosting it on their platform with, the homepage. A lot of people, a lot of streamers are able to get a kind of chance to be on the homepage after a lot of requirements and checks to make sure that it's all good to be pretty much put on the homepage, right? And somehow this slipped through the cracks, and this was what was being featured on the homepage over at Twitch, which has angered a lot of people, including the actual furry community and a lot of communities surrounding this. Because, again, a lot of them do not like this stuff either. And this is a specific kind of subsection of the community where essentially it's just grown adults pretending to be children, which I think is obviously very disgusting, especially due to the fact that they do it in a very sexual way. It's not, some innocent thing where, like, they've had a hard time and they just pretend to be a kid or whatever, right? No, it's like they try to turn it into some weird sexual thing, which I think is extremely disgusting and especially horrible to put on the front page of Twitch. And Twitch messed up big time there, not only just allowing them to be on the platform, but allowing them to be on the homepage of Twitch, right? And people have been talking about this, including Tectone, saying Twitch just put a diaper furry on their front page. What the hell? This platform is going downhill so fast. And obviously, asmongold replied saying fetish content should not be on Twitch, and to the extent that it is, it should be 18 plus verified users. The fact that this was on the front page is either a testament to how morally rotted or absolutely retarded the Twitch moderation team is, which is 100% true. I don't know how the Twitch moderation team have allowed this, and it gets even worse because we have a little bit of an update on this. We've talked about this quite a bit, and we talked about the fact that their account over on Twitter ended up getting banned. It is suspended. It is not allowed up anymore. But one thing that got unbanned recently was the account of them over on Twitch. They've been unbanned on Twitch. Recently, Yeet put up this post saying Tygre unbanned on Twitch after 1 day. So it seems like their accounts are now back up. And, well, yeah, people are not very happy. Obviously I said, can we sort this dude for Kaya? Obviously referring the recent Hassan stuff. But obviously asmongold as well, saying, this is a person who goes live as a furry version of a baby for the purpose of sexual arousal. How is it that posting and drawing art of underage characters in a sexual nature isn't an instant permaban? What the hell is going on over at Twitch? Which is 100% true. Twitch is protecting these people for like absolutely no reason at all. It's so weird that they've managed to get away with this, and that Twitch are actively kind of supporting it by unbanning them. Now, my first kind of theory with this, whenever they initially got banned, was the fact that maybe a lot of people went over to their account and mass reported them. Rightfully so, to be honest, because again, I would report this kind of content to Twitch too, and that's why Twitch banned them, because a lot of the time they do have these systems where if a lot of people report you, no matter if it's right or wrong, you will get banned, at least until they can figure it out, because if you're getting that many reports about you, the chances are something bad is going down, right? And, well, it seems like obviously they were banned for just 1 day, and now they are back up, which I think is absolutely disgusting that Twitch has even allowed this to happen, because, again, the kind of content that they're kind of exposing to literal children on the platform, as well as, everybody else, I think it's absolutely insane. Obviously, people saying not even a full ban stick. Twitch, you clowns! It's like they wrote selective enforcement in bold. Bet non-furries wouldn't get the pass. Said please reinstate this ban. I just want to play Metal Gear and react to Daily Dose in Peace, man. Said Twitch is not beating the allegations. Didn't this furry say they'd run people over with a car? Which obviously I haven't heard that, but apparently that's what some people are saying. And yeah, I mean, people said this is somehow going to devolve into all the haters a transphobic argument. I just can't prove it yet, which is 100% true. I think this person is trans. Yeah, this is trans. She, her, there. And people are going to try to turn this into some big like trans issue, when in actual fact it's an issue of some person pretending to be a child online for sexual reasons, which is absolutely disgusting. And it's crazy that this person literally has a kid of their own as well. It's insane to me. I don't know how that is even a thing and how this is allowed, but obviously Twitch just doesn't really care. This is the post that Kyosha put up about it, which we looked at in the last video about obviously them face revealing on their Twitch VODs, which is pretty insane. And yeah, that is the person behind the model, which, God, I mean, I don't even know what to say about that. I think it is absolutely horrible that there is a grown man behind this, obviously doing this kind of stuff. And, you know, I think that, I don't know, it's just one of these situations where Twitch continues to kind of show how bad they are in terms of, you know, enforcing their moderation, because they seem to be very on the ball whenever it comes to other VTubers in the space who are doing things that aren't as bannable as this. You know, if a VTuber shows like a little bit of a thigh or whatever, they get insta-banned, banned for a week, and they're gone. They're literally sent to the shadow realm. They're like, yeah, screw you, you're gone, bye-bye. But whenever it comes to stuff like this, like literal kind of fetish content being put on the homepage of Twitch, they're like, oh yeah, we'll ban you for like a day and then you can come back, you know? I don't know what Dan Clancy's doing over there, whether, you know, maybe he's into this or whatever, but again, that's what it's seeming like to a lot of people, because it's just so weird. It's so weird, and it's baffling, and it's baffling for a lot of people how this is allowed over on Twitch at the moment. Now, TechTone has also said more about this, saying, trans furry diaper baby goes live and makes sexual content for children. 1 day ban. I call a 300-pound woman fat. 2 week ban, which is absolutely crazy, because if you guys don't remember, TechTone got banned for calling Frogan fat. And obviously, yeah, he got a 2 week ban for that, which is pretty crazy in the first place, right? But sure, if that was their rules, then that's their rules, right? But whenever you got stuff like this going on and they only get a 1 day ban in comparison to TechTone's ban for 2 weeks for calling someone fat, it just doesn't really add up. It literally doesn't add up at all. And it seems like the moderation team are completely kind of disjointed in terms of, you know, how they dish out punishments and things for certain actions online, and they don't make it clear enough, right? And again, that is the entire problem with Twitch at the moment. You got Smugglana here saying insulting someone's appearance is worse than streaming child roleplay fetish content. Duh. Is that maybe you should have worn a diaper with a binky in your mouth when you said it. Maybe that would have lessened your ban to the overlords at Twitch. Crank their meat to that. I said Twitch is so cooked. And again, loads of people are just like kind of angry at this. There's no one that's been like, yeah, let's go Twitch, you know, they're doing such a great job. There's literally no one in any community whatsoever that is saying, yes, this is okay. You know, the only community that is saying it's okay is the ones that like this kind of stuff, which I think is incredibly weird. And as I said, you're probably mentally ill. Well, no, you definitely are mentally ill if you enjoy this, or if you do this, or if you do any of this kind of stuff. I think it's absolutely disgusting that you managed to even do this, especially having children of your own and kind of doing, you know, knowing the kind of consequences this can have. It's just so weird. And honestly, I really hope that Twitch in the upcoming days ban them again permanently, because it's crazy that they've even managed to be unbanned. They're back on Twitch. That is the craziest part to me. It was crazy that this was allowed on the homepage in the first place, but it's even crazier that Twitch have gone, yes, we'll look through your account. Oh yeah, you can be unbanned. Okay, let's go. You can keep making content. Like, bro, they've had multiple chances here to be like, okay, we don't allow this on our platform. Let's get rid of them. And then obviously everybody would be happy, right? But again, this is not the case. They have literally looked through their account multiple times, checking through requirements, and they've gone, no, this is okay to have on our platform, which tells you a lot about Twitch and how it is going in the future. And, you know, obviously this comes off the back of all the other stuff, all the other problems with Twitch at the moment, including the viewership problem that Megalodon obviously revealed over on her stream, and even more things like that. You know, it's crazy that they have gone from, you know, one thing to another to another to another, and they just continue to keep making themselves look worse, especially in the like VTuber space, right? So again, obviously I just kind of wanted to give you guys this follow-up, because a lot of you guys didn't know that, you know, they were unbanned after this. Thankfully, Twitter still has them banned, at least as far as I know. Maybe they have been unbanned by the time this video comes out, I'm unsure. But again, as far as this video is recorded, they are still banned over on Twitter, so W Twitter for that one, because bro, as I said in my last video, I looked at their Twitter to find a kind of, you know, picture of their model for the thumbnail that I was making, and I almost threw up in my own mouth looking at some of the stuff that they have been posting over there. It was absolutely disgusting to see, and they need their hard drives checked. Like, let's be real, they need their hard drives checked, and potentially they need some mental help, because God, it was so bad. But anyways, if you guys did enjoy this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Also, go to Games Up, use my code Kaza, get 10% off. Again, they've got a ton of really cool stuff over there. Definitely recommend checking it out. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. That's all. See ya.